forward now to Week 8, which has some certain intrigue to it. I want to give you 3 games. I'm going to make you pick one. Make you pick one. You can only attend one of these games. You can either go Smithson Valley and Schertz Clemens. You can go Waco La Vega and China Spring. Or, and we'll go a little bit off the board here.
Oh, here we go.
You can go El Paso Del Valle and El Paso Eastlake in a battle of 5-1s. Which one?
Wow.
Which, that game caught my eye as well a little bit. But I'll let you pick out of those 3.
Yeah, I like all 3 of them, really. The thing about La Vega China Spring, they have just had 2 knockdown slobber knockers the past few years, and they built up a nice little rivalry there. I think La Vega is a legitimate state championship contender, even in the division that we're talking about, with who's sitting at the top of the list. Carthage notwithstanding, they're a really good team. And China Spring is no slouch either. That would be really good. I am intrigued, however, by the Smithson Schertz Clemens matchup. I believe in repeat after me. I believe in Larry Hill. I believe in Smithson Valley. And I'm kind of buying Clemens, but I'd really buy him if they bought this week. So I probably would lean toward that matchup, I would say, of the 3.
Yes, I think you're right. I think that overall that's probably the game that piques my interest most. This is their I mentioned it tomorrow in my picks video, but this is their 5th meeting in the last 2 calendar years. So they
Okay, so let me throw one right back at you. Next week, Duncanville DeSoto or San Angelo Central Odessa Permian?
Oh, why would you make me choose that? I mean, honestly, I'd probably go Central and Permian simply because I feel like those two teams are there's still so many kind of unknowns about those teams, and I want to see both of them take a punch, which is what they're both going to do simultaneously. And so for me, we're going to find out a lot more about that, and if there is a squad from West Texas that's going to be able to challenge in Region 1 of 6A, I think we'll find out in that one. So to me, I think you and I, with DeSoto and Duncanville, I'm sure we'll talk about this a lot next week, but DeSoto and Duncanville is interesting. They're almost certainly both going to enter undefeated, barring some sort of crazy upset this week. But I also feel like we know what we're getting from them. And with Central and Permian, I feel like there's still a lot of intrigue and mystery around them.
Well, I totally agree with you in that we know what we're getting with DeSoto, and I think we're getting there with Duncanville, and it gets the measure. But your point is well made. It's times 2 in talking about that matchup in the Concho next week. But that's for next week. That's for next week.